Hi everyone, Josh Smith with GottaBeMobile.com. We've been covering the PlayStation 4 since it was announced back in June, and now that it's finally arrived, it's here, and maybe you're not familiar with how to set up a game console. I want to show you real quick what you need to do to get this hooked up and running. Best Buy's Geek Squad will charge you $99 to do this, but it's really very simple. There are only a few connections here on the back of the device, and you basically just need to plug these in where they fit. We have an HDMI cable. This plugs into the back of your HD TV, sometimes on the side, and it only fits in one way. So we'll take this, grab our PlayStation 4, and slide that in. It's the first connection of this size as you move in from this side of the device. For your TV, in this case we're using a Lenovo Horizon that includes an input for HDMI, but on the side or the back of your TV you'll find a connection that looks similar to this, and you'll just plug that in, make sure it's firm, and you're almost there. Next up, we need to plug in the power cable. Like any power cable, plug it into your surge protector, and then we just plug this right in. It's down here in the corner. And once we plug that in, we're pretty much ready to go. Another thing you can do is use an Ethernet cable to connect to the internet. Now you don't need to do that because it includes wireless, but if you're close to your router, you may want to do this just for ease of use and ease of connectivity. So we'll slide this back behind, and depending on what kind of router you have, you'll just basically look for an open spot on the back and plug this in. With that out of the way, we're basically ready to turn this on and get started with the PS4. Now you can use the PS4 flat, or you can set it on its side if you need to save room. They do sell a $14 stand that you can use with that. And here we'll just switch over to our HDMI, and we should be able to basically turn our PS4 on and get up and running. And here we are on the Welcome to PS4 screen. So that's a quick look at how to connect the PlayStation 4. From there you'll need to pair up your controller, and there is a micro USB charger that's included, and there's two USB ports on the front of your device. So plug into one of those, and then also plug into the controller. It's basically just like your phone. Plug in, you just got to get it lined up the right way. And once that is plugged in, you push the PlayStation logo, and we can continue through our setup. So the first thing to do is set up our internet connection. Right now we have it wired, so we shouldn't really have to do much. If you're doing wireless, this is where you'll need to know your name of your network and also your password. A lot of times this password is something you created when you set this up, or it could be stored on the bottom of your device. A lot of manufacturers will print it on the actual device, and you can go right there and get that. Now while this keeps checking the network environment, we're going to let it run, and we'll tell it to do an automatic. We don't have a PlayStation camera. We did not order one. The games right now are kind of limited, so we're going to skip this step. We're going to choose our time zone and set up our time. And it already knew what time it was, so we'll hit next. Here's where you'll have to agree to some terms in order to get going. Read those if you like. Hit accept. And our PS4 is ready to start playing. Now, when you first plug this in for the very first time, it's going to download an update. And this update is required. It's about 300 megabytes. If you're buying this for a gift for your kids or something for Christmas, you may want to do this ahead of time, especially before Christmas. Get this downloaded. We just got a pop-up notification that it couldn't download, so possibly we're not set up connected to the internet just yet. But once you're connected, that should download automatically, and you'll be able to get going. It looks like it's starting there, so go ahead and do that before you start, handing the system off to the gamer in your family, and you'll be ready to go. Head over to GoddyMobile.com to check out more about the PlayStation 4.